Show. It's Mark and Sally here with you, and we are very, very happy to have in the studio with us this morning two of the guys from the world's greatest Illusions, which is happening at the Marquee Theatre at Cairo Festival City this weekend. We have the director, David Lai, and we have one of the performers, Jay Mattioli. Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's up, Cairo?
Good morning. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here with us.
Yeah, so obviously we're going to talk about the show, but can we just stop? So you're illusionists, right? Is that any different from magicians?
No, illusionist makes us sound fancier when we tell our parents and our family. When we say magicians, they say get a real job. You say illusionists, they say ooh,
right?
Maybe that's something.
That only applies to you, Jay.
So, as the director, David, of the show, do you find yourself sort of like, you know, when you're out and about, people are like flocking to the Illusionists, and you're like, hey, I'm here too. Like, I'm the director. I'm a part of this too.
I used to be a performer, and then I used to be a performer as well, many years ago, and then I moved on to directing. And all the cast of the world's greatest Illusions are actually friends. Okay. I've known Jay for nearly 10 years, a decade right now, Jay. True? Nearly 10 years.
Yes,
wow.
Yes. Sorry, I was sleeping.
It's early, I know.
Are you jet lagged?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm super happy to be here.
So tell us, what can people expect? Let's go straight for it. What can people expect from the world's greatest Illusions this weekend?
I think we're going to see things. The public's going to see things that they haven't seen live. It's a different experience. Yeah, I think most of the public is somewhat familiar with magic and illusions from what they see on TV or YouTube or the internet. But when you experience it live, there's a different feeling. I think a great piece of live entertainment is supposed to leave the audience kind of just motivated to spread happiness. And sometimes you lose that when you're watching something on the screen. And when you feel the energy of something impossible happening just 2 meters from your face, it's a different feeling that hopefully, hits your soul. And
you're so sentimental, Jay. I never heard that before.
Yes. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Well, in facts, what you're going to see is that you're going to see the world's best cutting in half, by Kevin James.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
An
cool.
illusion consultant for David Copperfield. You're going to see Jay, the most electrifying illusionist. That's what they call him. You're going to see the manipulator, from Korea, the world champion right now, the current world champion of manipulation. He's going to manipulate playing cards that you never want to play playing cards again.
Wow.
And lastly, you're going to see a daredevil, Jonathan Goodwin. He's going to hang from the stage, with his teeth. He's also going to use crossbows.
With his teeth?
With his teeth.
What?
With his jaw, sorry.
Wow.
A lot of mixture, a lot of variety in the show. And everything's live. Everything's very intimate, and audience get to participate in the show. That's the best part.
Oh, wow. That sounds really, really cool. Because obviously there's sometimes a bit of a cheese factor when it comes to magic. Some people are like,
I love cheese.
Cheesy.
Nothing like a bit of cheese.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, obviously, this sidesteps a lot of that. I mean, as a director, David, I'm sure it's probably one of those things. You want to surprise people, and with your act as well, Jay, you want to make sure you are breaking those stereotypes.
That's correct.
Is that correct?
Stereotypes as in,
sort of like the cheesy magician, pulls a bunny out of a hat.
Sure.
And that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Well, it depends what kind of crowd you're playing to. However, in the modern MTV crowd, people would like everything bang, 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 climax, climax, 4 climaxes in a row,
The biggest challenge, I think, for magic now is that the technology, the way we consume entertainment, we can see any kind of video performance of anything that's ever been recorded, you're 10 seconds away from it, right?
Yeah.
And so what that means is we consume more of that. You see more and more special effects on screen. So now we are live special effects performers.
Yeah.
I mean,
so we're doing it
close,
live.
To see this up close, this sounds amazing. I've only ever seen it on TV. I've never seen it up close, and the prospect of seeing that is just really, really exciting.
It's mind-blowing, isn't it?
It really is.
I'd really like you to get sawn in half, Mark, to be fair.
Thank you very much.
I really would.
Sign up. We have a sign-up sheet.
That might happen.
You haven't got a saw big enough. But Jay, going back to a few years ago, you were on America's Got Talent, weren't you?
Yes.
I actually want to say I watched you on TV.
And I survived.
Yeah.
Right. How was that whole experience? I know it's David Hasselhoff, Sharon Osbourne, and I can't remember the other one.
And Piers Morgan.
Piers Morgan.
Yeah.
How could you not make Piers Morgan
one of your
disappear?
mates.
One of your homies.
One of your homeboys. No, it's a great experience. It's super stressful doing live anything. I mean, you guys are old hat at it, obviously, but for someone who doesn't do it every day, doing anything live, and I am a magician, I primarily perform perform for a live audience, but when you're performing for a live audience of
Television.
10 million
Wow.
Yeah, that's a
people,
lot.
and you know it's going to be rewatched for years to come on the Second Life on the internet.
Thanks to
You know,
YouTube,
it's super stressful. It's super, you know,
And
hurry
it's
up,
shown on
hurry up.
TV here in the Middle East and all around the world, and
Sure.
the whole world's watching it.
Yeah. But it's good because I kind of wear that experience as a badge of honor.
Yeah.
Like now, kind of deep down, I kind of, you know, so any other like challenging experience, I think back on my experience of AGT and some other big notable events that I performed for, and it's kind of like a badge of honor. If something goes wrong somewhere else in life, I kind of feel like it's okay. I have survived AGT. I survived doing other productions with David Lay. So
David Lai.
David Lai. David Lai. Sorry, I don't even know your name, David.
Have you guys met? I don't know.
Yeah. What's your David? I'm Jay. Nice to meet you.
Now, as you both performers, and both, you know, David, you started out as a performer as well. What makes you get into this kind of performing?
Puberty. Right, okay. Puberty, that's right. That's exactly what got me in, yeah. The guys were playing basketball, football, and then I had chess. Okay. How am I going to attract opposite sex? How? Yeah.
Okay.
I love that. And how about you,
I
Jay?
had Star Wars.
Okay.
You look like the Star Wars guy, Jay.
Can we just say that Jay has the most amazing hair?
Yes.
Yeah, this microphone is kind of cramping my style. I'm like carefully
like-
putting
it's-
the microphone and the headset on so it doesn't bump into my hair.
That's awesome.
It's huge.
How long does it take you to get your hair, you know, in the shape that it is?
Describe it, Sally.
Yeah.
for us.
There actually was no traffic on the way here. It took me 2.5 hours to do my hair. That was what the problem was.
No,
There's
so it
traffic.
looks like you've been electrocuted,
Yeah.
which is a compliment.
I have 2 children, so yes.
Right now, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's
We'll
good
be able to see
know.
the pictures anyway. And also we're going to put videos online too of some tricks, right? Jay, you gonna do
Sure,
some
yeah,
tricks
yeah,
for
yeah.
us?
Yeah,
You gonna
yeah,
do some
sure.
stuff for us, which is fantastic, which is good. We're going to come back and we'll chat some more. And we're very happy this morning to have with us in the studio Jay and David from the show The World's Greatest Illusions, which is happening with Events House this coming weekend at Cairo Festival City at the wonderful Marquee Theatre.
That's right. Good morning, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Thank you for having us here.
Oh, sorry, you're on now, David. Sorry, I didn't have you on for a second. You're back with us.
Thank you.
Yay. All right.
I was not sleeping.
Well, okay, so there's lots of people listening and they want to come to the show. A lot of parents, of course. We had a message that came through and said, hey guys, all the best for both of you in the show. My sons are 6 and 3 years old. Can they attend?
They can definitely attend. The show is very family orientated. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's suitable for the whole family.
Sure. We have some magic specifically planned where children participate in the magic.
You're going to be sawing
And a
people's,
spoiler.
sawing
We're,
people's children.
we're sawing the children in half. Only 100 pounds and sign your kid. No. We're not doing that.
It's actually very children friendly, and children get to go up on stage and perform magic and
Yes.
be a magician. It's a small spoiler.
Yeah, small
Aw.
spoiler, but
I'm as tall as a child.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe I could get on stage and
Let Sally on, please. We'll never hear the last of it.
I'll ruin the show for them all. Maybe it's best that I don't.
Can you give us a little bit of a hint at what we might see, particularly?
Well, we have 4 people in the cast right now: Jay Mattioli, Jonathan Goodwin, Kevin James, and Yu Ho Jin. Yu Ho Jin is the world champion magician at current reign. Yeah, he is the best manipulator with cards. He can manipulate cards like the world champion, where he is the world champion. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like the kind of guy that you want to go to the casino with.
He's the mechanic. You could say. In the whole team, he's the mechanic. That's right. Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
He's the richest of them.
obviously.
That's right. Yeah. Well, you got to see the world's best cutting in half, sewing in half. The world's best. Yeah. It's owned by Kevin James.
Okay.
Yeah, and after that, you get to see Daredevil, Jonathan Goodwin, shoot crossbows around the stage, and also being hung up on the stage itself with his jaws. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to see Jay, of course, who'll be doing a lot of stuff in the show with children.
Sure, my role is kind of just to keep the show moving, kind of be the serve coffee,
Yes,
bring bottles of water to
And
the other
tea, and
guys.
tea, coffee.
I'm
Yeah.
sure that's not true. I mean, I have to ask, how long did it take to put this show together? Because as a director, obviously you're the orchestrator. You see things from afar, how, what to put where, who goes first, what order. So, I mean, how long did it take, and how much work has it taken you specifically?
Okay, well, it didn't take that much work, to be
Okay.
honest, because I have worked with a cast before.
Okay.
And I do know their acts and their technical writers. That's the good thing, because Kevin, I've worked with him about more than 3 times already. Jay, many times. Yeah, Yu Ho Jin, many times as well. Actually, Jay also worked with Yu Ho Jin in Malaysia the last round.
Oh, right.
wow.
So all of us know each other's tech writers. Yeah, so that's why it's really easy to glue the whole piece together.
So you know exactly what you're bringing, and everybody knows what's going on.
That's
pretty much.
Excellent.
There's not much surprises on the technical writer.
The challenge is getting through airport security with suitcases filled with random, conspicuous items and explaining, no, it's okay. I do magic. This is not something suspicious to be worried about.
Don't worry, we all know Cairo Airport's pretty chilled out anyway. So
it was a big hoopla to open a suitcase, and then the second the zipper opened, before I even had the suitcase open, they said, "Oh, hala, it's okay." And I was like, "You just haggled me that you wanted to."
Oh, that's really cute. I love that he said khalas as well.
Halas. I've been to Cairo 4 times, and I've learned
2 words:
shukran and halas.
What
about you, David?
Yeah.
What about you?
A little bit more than Jay, Koshimin, Koshimel, shukran, Habibi.
Inshallah is a big one.
That's right.
Yeah, inshallah is a good one.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, you're
so
there.
you'll be doing the show in Arabic this weekend then.
Basically, yeah.
Basically.
In Arabic that only cats and dogs can understand.
Jay, I wanted to ask you, when you first decided, I'm going to be doing illusions, magic, whatever. When you got interested in it, I guess it was at a young age. What did your family think? What did your family think? Do you come from an illusion-y family, or
open-minded?
I actually went to school to be a doctor, and then when I quit that, my parents said, "That's a great idea." No, they didn't. No, I did go to college and everything, and I did. I even as a teenager, I could see the value in just kind of. Just having a basic knowledge of any specific industry that maybe is a little more stable other than magic. So I have a degree in graphic design. I've always had kind of
the backup.
Kind of. And it's another form of art, which is not really the greatest, safest backup. But I learned lots of life lessons, just going to college, living on your own as a teenager in early 20s. And I think that was really important to parlay into my career as a magician, because I'm constantly traveling, living out of a suitcase.
Yeah.
And also we're constantly kind of compromising, just because of the constraints of just living on planet Earth nowadays, just how we were saying, getting through airport security, getting to a venue where this venue, from what I hear, is spectacular, but some places we show up and it's a lot less than spectacular. You got to make do, right? And some of those life lessons I kind of learned the beginning of that.
Yeah.
Just going to college, even though it had nothing to do with magic at that time, but going to college and studying,
learning how to learn.
Yeah.
So I have to ask, what's the worst thing that's ever happened where you've been like, oh my gosh?
Don't say Malaysia. Don't say Malaysia.
Absolutely not. I cut my finger really bad once during a show.
Oh, no.
And it was really bad to the point where, my first reaction is, no problem, let's just keep going. And 30 seconds later, I'm like, there's just blood profusely. I'm like, no, we really can't.
Dizzy.
We really can't continue. So we had to stop the show for 30 minutes.
Wow.
Because it was a pretty bad cut.
Did you need to get stitches?
I didn't, you know what? Because I was just like, there's no time to go. I was like, the show has to continue. So they took a short break, and then we just wrapped up my finger and
super glue.
Yeah, by the time there was time, it was like a whole day later. I was like, let's not even bother to go.
So is there a chance of someone losing a limb this weekend? Sell these tickets.
Is there a chance of someone losing a limb? No.
Or getting a bad cut. No, hopefully not.
Hopefully not. But it's live entertainment, just like what I was saying before. It's live special effects, so really anything is possible. But it's part of the excitement.
To be honest, somebody who might be Jonathan.
Yeah. No, I mean, part of the excitement. Not that we're telling people come and see goriness. No, there's no goriness at all. But part of the excitement is this is live, and I think particularly this batch of entertainers, we can communicate to the audience that, although what we're doing is seemingly superhuman, we're not. We're real, regular people, and that's part of what makes magic entertaining. If we were just
the danger factor.
At the end, these are just regular guys. How are they doing this? And that's part of what keeps you on the edge of your seat. That you have to come and see this rather than watch it just on the internet or on TV. You have to see a live magic show like what's happening on the 27th and 28th at the Marquee Theater.
David, have you ever been sawn in half?
Have I ever been sawn in half?
Yeah.
No, but I have sawed people in half. I have sawed people in half in Illusions, but I have not been sawed in half yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you been sawn in half?
I actually have. I have an illusion of my
Oh.
own where I saw myself
Okay.
in half.
Yeah,
Okay.
he saws himself in half. That's
Yeah.
right.
Himself in
Is
half.
that not, it was featured on AGT, wasn't it? America's Got Talent.
No, I
No.
did not get to perform that on
No?
America's Got Talent. But I think what you may be referring to is our other performer, Kevin James. He did get to perform this illusion on America's Got Talent. It kind of bumped him to go all over the world performing this really startling. We really can't give away too much on it.
No.
But
It's
you
the
have-
world's best cutting in half.
Yeah, you have to come and
you
see
have
it.
to come over.
You have to come and see it. It's pretty crazy.
I think part of me thinks that this isn't magic. Obviously they're doing. But and then a part of me goes, oh my gosh, this is real. You know.
Of course, it's real,
Well,
Sally.
you know, but
Yes.
I'm just like, I don't know, like I'm like a little child, and I'm just sitting there trying to work it out, and then when I can't work it out, it drives me crazy.
Then you are our perfect audience.
We have hit our goal. That's right.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
The main goal of magic is not to actually fool you, but to entertain you.
Yes.
And if that's achieved, that's our goal.
Exactly.
Well, I have an instinct this is going to be a very entertaining show, so you guys just knock it out the park.
It's going to be amazing. This weekend, World's Greatest Illusions.
Live.
Live. With these
7:28
guys.
and Mark.
Yes, indeed. Friday, Saturday, right?
That's right.
Friday and Saturday, 27th, 28th, this weekend at the Marquee Theatre at Cairo Festival City. David, it's been a pleasure. Jay, it's been a pleasure as well.
My
Thank you, Mark.
pleasure.
Thank you, Sally.
Thank you guys for being with us, and we hope to perhaps see you again sometime
Absolutely.
for more performances in Cairo.
Well, this weekend, of course, we'll see you. And if you want a little bit of a glimpse of something special, make sure you keep a watch on our Facebook page, because Jay is going to be doing some tricks for us.
Bam!
We're going to be filming them because they don't work on the radio, unfortunately.
No.
But we will be putting them online. So
If only the
check
audience
back.
could see the live tiger I just made appear right here in the studio. Womp, womp, womp.
He didn't even use the doors; he just appeared in the studio.
It was amazing. Guys, thank you very much.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.